Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and I have a neat review for you today. I have a neat new quadcopter, the Feilun FX176C2. Now, what is the 176C2? If you notice on the top, we got a GPS. This is another low-cost GPS brushed motor quadcopter, a competitor to the, currently now there's only one brushed, low-cost brushed motor GPS quadcopter, the Hubsan H502E. This is its competitor. Now it has a competitor. This one here is under the $100 range, but it has more features than the H502E. Let's go over those features first off. Again, it is a GPS quadcopter. It does have FPV, but it's via Wi-Fi FPV, as you can see here. Here's the FPV antenna. So you're going to be receiving this via your phone, the Wi-Fi signal. Now, the issues about that is the predicted Wi-Fi range of this signal with the transmitter running also is only going to be about 50 meters because of the interference from the transmitter. Even with your phone, it's probably going to be less than 50 meters. With that in mind, I feel that this is an optimal candidate, and I'm going to try to demonstrate it here today for use with a Wi-Fi repeater. And this is that little $8 Wi-Fi repeater that I tried the other day with another Wi-Fi quadcopter. It worked very well. Hopefully it'll work very well with this one too. Let's go over more on the quadcopter. Again, we have a 720p camera. It records the video directly to your phone. There is no SD card slot on this camera. Being 720 millimeter or 720p, it does produce the video that I saw at home was relatively good video, but we'll see how well it works out here on sunny days. The lens can be tilted up or down. I got mine tilted more or less to the horizon. The idea being I want to see where I'm going while moving forward. It does have an on-off switch here, and the quadcopter does use, it's not a proprietary battery. It is a 720p 2S. I'm pulling the wrong wires. 2S 700 milliamp hour battery encased in a plastic case. This battery weighs about 58 grams, and I just happen to have another battery that also weighs about 58 grams. Wait a minute, let me find it here. I did put it in my pocket. It's at the bottom of my pocket, of course, below my keys. But this one here, this is a very common battery. I forgot where I got this from, but you can find this particular 1200 milliamp hour battery, 30C, 7.4 volt, about the same size and weight as this one here. I can't figure out why they included a 700 milliamp hour battery when this one's available for, again, about the same size and weight, a 1200 milliamp hour battery, other than I think they're trying to restrict the amount of flight time that you put on this quadcopter with the intent of hoping to reduce the amount of motor burnouts. Because if you fly a very long time with a brushed quadcopter, you know, you can burn out a motor. But for this first flight today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out flying with this battery here using the transmitter, the provided transmitter I'll go over here in a second, and then do a follow-on flight using the app only, because the app is very special on this quadcopter. The app it's almost the same as the Hubsan app for the H501A and the H507A, in that it is a very full-featured app, and I'll try to show that here shortly. Let's go over the controller. This is the controller, very simple to use. All of the buttons are labeled out more or less. You know, this is your rates button here. This is your headless mode button. It does have headless mode, but headless mode only works if you're not connected to the app for some reason. I don't know why they did that. It does have one key return, auto return, and landing, which you activate by pressing this button here, since this is a GPS quadcopter. Has automatic takeoff and automatic landing, which you press this button here for takeoff, and this trim, what would normally be a trim button here for landing. And you can calibrate the compasses of the quadcopter by moving both sticks up, or moving this stick down and to the left and this stick up and to the right until the quadcopter's lights blink. Then you do 5 horizontal turns and then 5 nose up turns of the quadcopter to calibrate its compasses, since this is a GPS quadcopter. And you can do a gyro cal by bringing this stick up and to the left, and this stick down and to the right, while the quadcopter is on a flat and level surface and bound to the quadcopter to calibrate its gyros if there's any drifting issues. And you can manually start and stop the motors by bringing both sticks down and inboard. So that's it. Let's go into fly this thing and set it up. First things off, we need to calibrate its gyros and also put its, there we go, put that in there and plug in the battery. Okay, battery's plugged in. Let me turn this off and turn it on again, and we'll put it on a flat level surface and turn on its transmitter and bind it and see if we're bound. We can start and stop the motors. Okay, first thing we're going to do is the compass calibration by moving this stick down to the left and this stick up and to the right, and that should be making our lights blink rapidly. Let's see if that's the case. Yep, our lights are blinking rapidly. So we're going to do 5 turns like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5 nose up turns clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And our lights are now slowly blinking. And that means compass calibration is complete, and now it's looking for the satellites. Now let's turn on our app. Hold on, and double check our Wi-Fi. And we are connected, because I connected before we came out here. This is the FL Drone app, available on Google Play and iTunes. And hitting start. And we have FPV reception, as you can see here. And I have 12 satellites, so it locked on very rapidly. Looking at the app, look how close this is. Let me move Mobazin out of the way here. Can it go down here? Look how close this thing is to Hubsan, and I think it's made by the same people. Okay, we have 12 satellites. Let's start doing automatic takeoff and by starting motors first and hitting takeoff. And seeing how good of a GPS hold we got, if any. It's holding. It's holding its position. So let's go up. Let's start the video recording right now. And let's go up and see how far we can go while maintaining a Wi-Fi signal. Heading up on. I still got signal. How far are we at? Let's plop it right there. 100 feet. I got to set the feet instead of meters. Okay, going farther out, and we're 18 feet up. Still got a signal. Going up higher. Going up higher. Well, it's much more than 50 meters, folks. I'm out at 185 feet right now. Still heading outbound. But already I'm 41%. So I'm hitting auto return, and we're going to do a auto return and landing. And I don't know why it's 41% other than maybe I did not fully charge that battery. So the next thing we're going to try is that different battery that I brought with me. 35%. That little 700 milliampere hour goes down pretty fast. We'll land. I guess you got to hit auto land. No, it's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down real slow. Real slow. Let's see if I can stop it. No, it's going to all go all the way down to the landing. There we go. Okay, auto return off. Let's go back into the air now and try one of these follow me modes. So let's get back into the air. And take off, and hitting follow me. Try that again. That's circle me. I'm not sure this works well in control of the transmitter. So probably you need to be in control of the phone alone. So let's land it. Okay. What I am going to do now, folks, is we're going to switch to controlling via the phone alone. Okay. I did get pretty good range here. I was at several hundred feet, more than 100 meters. But this time what I want to do is use the phone to control it, because the phone gives you the advanced features of follow me, circle position, even waypoint flying. So we're going to switch from using the controller now to using the phone only. So, and we're going to start off with, again, let me turn off the transmitter, with the stock battery for a bit, and then I'm going to switch to the better battery. So we have control of the quadcopter. And his Mobazin still recording too. I want to make sure of that. Okay, let's see if we can do an automatic takeoff. I got to move Mobazin out of the way. And starting recording, automatic takeoff, no unlock. What does that mean, folks? Do I got to go? Oh, I got to unlock. Okay, now I got control via the phone. And I am recording automatic takeoff. And can we go up a little higher? I got to go to joystick mode. Going up a little higher. And I'm going to step over here and now hit that follow me feature, which is that. And does it follow me? I'm not sure if it's following me. Follow, unlock, and take off. Oh yeah, it's following me. What it's doing, folks, is following the GPS on your phone, although it's not pointed at me. It is coming toward me. I guess I should have pointed the quadcopter toward me before doing this. Let's do that. There we go. And I don't have much more. Oh, I'm really low on battery, 20%. We're going to call it quits there and put that new battery in, folks. So let's do that. I'm going to stop the video recording here shortly after I do an automatic landing. And let's do that landing right there. And we're going to swap batteries to that common battery that I had. So let's do that right now. Okay, this time I am connected to this repeater. Okay, I want to try this out because this could be pretty neat to be able to use this repeater and send it out real far. And hitting start, and I do have signal. So what I'm connected to the repeater, and the repeater is connected to the quadcopter. So first thing off, we are going to do a takeoff. And, oh, actually I want to start the video of Mobazin. And starting the video of the quadcopter's camera. And doing a automatic takeoff. Oh, actually we got to unlock first. Unlock the motors first, and then do automatic takeoff. We have some wind here today, and I didn't check I got 19 satellites, so I got satellites are good. Going up a little bit higher, right about there, and turning the quadcopter toward me. Okay, and going out a little bit farther from it, and going up a little bit higher too, since of the wind. Okay, remember, this is going through the repeater to the quadcopter. Now let's hit that follow me mode. And now it should be, now my phone is sending its GPS coordinates to the quadcopter, and the quadcopter should try to follow those coordinates. So I'm going to walk up the road a bit. And see, here it goes. It's starting to follow me. It is following me. Where it thinks I am. So let's go up the road a bit. Let's go off to the side here. See if it follows me over here. It doesn't stay pointed at you. That's one thing. It follows you, as you can see there, but you're going to have to adjust where the camera's pointed at if you want to keep it pointed at you. If I'm going over here, you got to adjust that camera. There I am. To right there. Okay, that's enough of that. Now let's do the circle position. circle, which is that one. Oh, you got to pick a point to do that. Sorry, we're going to stay with follow me. Right now I don't have... There. Follow me again. Actually, you know what I'd like to do? Since I got that repeater on there, switching back to that view, is just fly and see how far I can go with this phone controlling it. So pushing forward, using virtual joysticks, selecting virtual joysticks, turning it around, and pushing forward. And let's go to higher rate too. You got to go into settings to select higher rate. Mode 1. That seems to be the one I want, but I want higher speed. And out of that, let's see if that gives us higher speed. There we go. Let's see how far I can go out and still get signal and control of the quadcopter using just my phone. Okay, looking at this, I am pretty far out. Far out, man. 175 feet, 183 feet. Going further. Still getting signal. Still getting good signal. Again, I'm using a repeater though, folks. That repeater works very well with this. So, you know, if you're getting this, consider spending another 10 bucks and getting 15 bucks with, get a repeater and a battery, what do you call it? Dang, how far out am I? 436 feet. That's pretty dang far for a phone. Let's go up a little higher. Going up a bit higher. And turning to the left. And I still got good signal on the phone. I'm seeing it. How far out am I now? 516 feet. It's getting hard to see out there, but I still got really good signal on the phone. Again, you can't do this without the repeater. You need the repeater. Okay, let's try this return to home using the repeater. I'm getting a little nervous out there using a phone to control this, and we're down to 41%. Doing the return to home. Pressing return to home. Home forward. Homeward. It should be coming back to me. Let's see how accurate its return to home is from way out there. But damn. That repeater, folks, that is cool. that works that well. Here it comes back, coming home, coming home. I'm down to 38% already on the battery. Okay, and where's it coming? Where does it? Oh, it's coming back where I was standing over there when I took control with the phone. Or I sent it on. Yeah, where I took control with the phone. I'm going to stop it there if I can. Can I stop that return to home? That's where I took. Remember, I was doing the. Or is it going to force itself to land there? Let's see if I can take control back. Can I stop the return to home? I don't know. I don't think I can stop the return to home. Well, we'll let it land and then I'll take control back. Yeah, that's about where I was standing when we were doing follow me. Okay, with that in mind, let's go back over and reset its takeoff position. It's recording and start recording on the quadcopter, and we're going to finish out the battery doing follow me. So let's get back into the air again with an automatic takeoff. Starting the motors by hitting that lock button, then hitting the takeoff button. I always check to see how many satellites. I had 19 satellites. Taking off, going up higher. Turning the quadcopter again toward me. Stepping back a bit to get into the scene. And then selecting follow. And turning the quadcopter back toward me. It thinks I was over there. Okay. So we should be set. If I start walking toward it, is it going to be moving away? No, I'm still in takeoff. It didn't follow me. Hold on. Point on lock and take off. Follow. Follow. Okay. Yaw to the right. Oh, yaw to me. There I am. So, why won't you? Oh, if you take control with the sticks, it shuts off the follow. So go back to follow again. Now it's back on follow. So if you take control of the sticks, you lose the follow me lock. Okay, it says we're in follow. It should be following me. It is following me. How about if I walk toward it? Go away from me. So keep that in mind, folks. If you take control of the sticks, it will lose lock. It follows. How about going the other direction? It does it very slowly. I got about 24% left. We're going to follow it, have it follow me up the road a bit. Let's see if it flies sideways and follow me. So for the price, yeah, it's reasonably well. You can fly very far with this. I think it's farther than you can fly with the provided controller if you use a repeater with it. That repeater worked very well. I was surprised how well that worked, which is pretty darn cool. We're down to 21%. You know, you do have telemetry of the remaining battery power. And the follow me does work. Just remember, if you use the sticks, it seems to shut it off. Let's go over here. And it's following me over here. Again, it's following the GPS of your phone is how it works. And this bigger battery seems to give you a lot more flight time than the stock battery. And those batteries are darn cheap, the one that I'm using right now. So you can find them anywhere. I'll try to include a link. And what I can't remember the specific quadcopter this comes from, but it's a very popular one. So that's about it, folks. I'm going to call it quits here with 19% battery remaining. I'm curious where it will return to home if I hit return to home. Let's do that. Return to home. Follow homeward. It thinks that's home, I guess. So we are going to land there. Hitting the land position. They're actually moving bobbins out of the way over here so I can do a land. And there it goes. Landing right there. And stopping the video. And stopping Mobbizin also. So my thoughts, yeah, it's pretty neat. Neat quadcopter. It works reasonably well with the Wi-Fi signal, especially if you use a repeater. It works very well, amazingly well. I was kind of shocked that it went out that far. I was controlling it just via my phone. Overall, you know, I really couldn't get the follow me to work, or not follow me, the circle position and the waypoint position to work because I couldn't get maps to work on this. Google Maps, unfortunately. You need those to use those two features because you need to pick geographic points on the map where it's going to either circle or where it's going to fly to, and I couldn't do that because I had a white screen and I have no idea what the range is on those positions. So, oh no, for the price, I think, yeah, this is pretty dang neat. So, hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out.